Welcome again to all my viewers, all my subscribers, to all my followers. For those who are tuning in for the very first time, a special greetings out to you. Now, for those who are seeking truth, this is the channel for you, and this is the session for you. For this session, what we will be addressing is, who is the father of the Mother Church? There is no biblical record that the Apostle Kepha ever set foot in Rome, though there is historical evidence that there was a Saint Peter in Rome. This Saint Peter is completely different from the Shilea or Apostle Kepha. To address this matter, the first thing that must be made clear is that none of the disciples of Yahshua HaMashiach was named Peter in their lifetime. After his death, the name of the Shilea Kepha was changed by the Greeks to PTR. PTR was the highest degree for gods, sorcerers, and interpreters. PTR was similar to PhD and was conferred upon the Apostle Kepha, who interpreted on Yom Shavuot, which is the day of Pentecost in AD 31. This was when the 120 believers in Jerusalem were filled with Ruach HaKodesh, which is the set-apart spirit of Yahweh, and spoke in unlearned tongues, or tongues they did not know. The Apostle Kepha also performed the first miracle after Yom Shavuot in 31 AD, when he healed the beggar at the gate beautiful, and this is found in Acts chapter 3. In Acts 5 verse 15, it is recorded that even Kepha's shadow healed people. This awesome power caused the Greeks to believe that he was certainly worthy of the highest degree, PTR. Thus, his name was changed to Peter after his death. Similarly, the Shilea Shaul's name was changed to Paul because he was short and bald. There is not one scrap of evidence that the Shilea Kepha ever set foot in Rome. There is, however, strong evidence that he never once set foot in Rome. The Roman Catholic Church teaches that from 42 to 67 AD, Saint Peter appeared in Rome during the last portion of his life, and there ended his earthly course by martyrdom. They claim that Kepha labored in Rome for 18 years before Shilea Shaul went there in 60 AD. When Shaul went to Rome, he found that the Jewish leaders and Roman authorities there had never heard the message of HaMashiach. They did not know the Savior. Though Kepha was supposedly there for 18 years, the authorities and people there must have heard of him. Additionally, Shaul never mentioned Kepha even once in his entire sojourn in Rome, though he mentioned over 20 brethren, yet never once mentioned Kepha, who was supposedly the bishop of Rome. Why did he not? Simply because Kepha was never in Rome. The greatest problem for the leaders of the Roman Catholic Church is that none of their popes, cardinals, or priests have ever known or understood the word of Yahweh. Not one in his entire existence. For example, Shilea Kepha was Shilea to the Jews and therefore never left the land of Israel for any long period of his life, let alone 25 years in a pagan land such as Rome. Shilea Kepha even had problems eating with Gentiles, let alone spending 25 years in Rome, with its over 38,000 different gods and goddesses. Rome has always been a land of sun worshippers, where the Sol Invictus still reigns supreme today. So as we said before, the Roman Catholics also claim that Saint Peter was in Rome from 42 AD, and that the Roman Catholic Church was built upon this Peter. This Saint Peter was in Rome and was the foundation stone of the Roman Catholic Church. However, this Saint Peter was a completely different person from the Shilea or Apostle Kepha. A PTR class Simon did arrive in Rome in 42 AD. This Simon worked so many miracles in Rome that he was declared a god by the Romans. They erected a statue in his honor and placed the following inscription underneath: Simone Deo Sancto, to the great god Simon. This Simon wrought so many wonders that he was called Simon the Magnificent. This was indeed a PTR class sorcerer and god, so he became Simon Peter. This Simon Peter had hordes of followers, and it is said that all Rome followed after him. Simon/Peter started to believe in his own divinity to such an extent that he claimed that he would be raised in 3 days after being buried. He is still buried from AD 67. Apparently, the 3rd day has not yet come. This Simon Peter's name was Simon Magnus, called Simon the Sorcerer in Acts 8 verse 8 to 26. This is the origin of the words magnify and magnificent. There is not one scrap of evidence that the Shiliach Kepha ever set foot in Rome. Since Shiliach Kepha's name was Shimon Kepha and Simon Magnus had a similar first name and both were given the title/name Peter, it was easy for the lying leaders of the Roman Catholic Church to say that Simon Peter the Sorcerer was Shimon Kepha the Shiliach. They have trumpeted and repeated this lie to such an extent for almost 2,000 years that many have accepted it as truth. However, truth is now being restored and revealed, and the man of sin is now being revealed. The falling away mentioned in II Thessalonians 2, verse 1 to 5, will soon take place. According to 2 Thessalonians 2 verse 1 to 5, there will be a mass exodus, divorce, or falling away when the man of sin and perdition is revealed. This is now about to happen. Another ludicrous lie from the Roman Catholic Church came from one of the myriads of lying popes, Pope Pius XII. In 1950, Pope Pius announced that St. Peter's remains had been found under the altar of St. Peter's Cathedral in Rome. St. Peter's bones, however, turned out to be the bones of a woman and some animals. Poor Pope Pius the Ignorant, who did not even know that dead man's bones under the altar would defile the house of the Creator, and that the house therefore would have to be condemned. But can the unclean be defiled? Poor Pope Pius. St. Peter's still stands in honor of Simon Magnus the Sorcerer, the father of the Mother Church. Please remember to like and share and follow me for more truth.